Hello and welcome to Goosebump Cottage. We have another wonderful day over here. It's a beautiful Saturday, and today I want to show off 2 or 3 new purchases that we got here. We went shopping, both me and Arthur, which is very dangerous. So I have a top 3 for the purchases. Number 1 is a very pretty pair of new summer garden clogs, which I'm going to show you now. They're very pretty. I need to break them in. Number 2 is something that we should have done months ago. I mean, it's been 6 months now and we have managed to do things without it. It is a brand new clothes rack. Yes, it's happily bathing in the sun and it's there to last. It's there to stay. So far, to my shame, we actually dried the clothes on a small line outside or inside the house on the heaters. I know it's not good for the house, but it rained so much this winter that we just didn't have the option. And top 3, number 1 out of top 3 purchases, it is a birthday present for Arthur. His birthday will come next weekend. And ta-da!
Small barbecue.
I'll leave the small barbecue. Look at the big guy over here. It's a tripod, and you can hang things on it. You can light the fire there, of course, with wood, and you can actually even put a pot here and make like a stew or something, or sausages on the barbecue. So, Arthur, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is this birthday present?
10.
Yes, 10. Got it. And just to show you Oscar as well, what does he do on a day like this? This. All day long. He just does this. He just moved from the sun. He loves to fry, basically, like a pie in the sun. But sometimes he gets too hot and he just moves in the shade. That's a good life to have, isn't it? So,
You should show the mini barbecue too.
fun. What?
Show the mini one.
The mini one. Oh yes, this is also a new purchase. It looks like a Fabergé egg. We just used it last night. We had a small barbecue. It is tiny, however, it really does the job. It is super efficient. I think we put in like a handful of charcoal and we managed to do sausages and steak for the both of us. So I'd say this is for daily use or casual use, just for me and Arthur. And this one, this is the big boy that it's coming out whenever we have guests or whenever we're in the mood.
If they're lucky.
If they're lucky. We didn't catch it on the camera because the GoPro is not very good for that kind of stuff. But last night, because of a huge solar storm, we have seen for the first time in our lives the Northern Lights, and they were absolutely fantastic. So just so you know, FYI, you can actually see the Northern Lights in Ireland as well, if you're lucky. Right?
Right.
So that was just wonderful. We managed to take some photos of it, but yeah, GoPro Northern Lights doesn't go well. So enough with the fun. I'm going to show you now what I have done yesterday. So the work has been done at the gate. If you watched our last video, you've seen me mention that I want to clean up the brambles from in front of from here, the front of the garden. So I've done this part, which if you think it doesn't look like much, well, it doesn't look like much to me either. And then I've only done half of this part. And again, if you think it doesn't look like much, It doesn't look like much either to me. However, the proof is in the amount of brambles that I have collected from these two. I don't know, I think it's about 5 meters length altogether. Let me show them to you so you believe me when I tell you it has been a humongous job. So, out of only 5 meters length at the gate, I've managed to take this pile and this pile. It surely doesn't look like it, but it did. It's like the Bramble TARDIS out there. And I can tell you after this experience that fire is not the only thing that you can find in hell. Brambles are number 2. Hell is full of brambles. I can tell you that. So I'm going to carry on with the brambles today. I still have a bit, maybe about 2 meters, and I'm not looking forward to that. The problem is that when we cut them down a few months ago, we kind of left some of them on the side just to rot, but some of them became new brambles. So now it's an even more mess than it used to be when we cut them down a few months ago. So before I start that, I also want to show you what Arthur did today. But before I do that, Oscar just moved. Back in the sunshine. Back in the sunshine, you beauty. Sleeping beauty. How are you not boiling in there? He's like, leave me alone. Would you just leave me alone? So remember also yesterday, I told you that we were torn between trimming the lawn in the front garden because, well, it looked a bit messy, but also it was full of beautiful flowers and beautiful buttercups and plantain and all sorts of other flowers. So Arthur came up with this wonderful idea of just doing it half and half. So thank you, Arthur. You actually managed to pull it out. So now it looks like it's tidy, but also we still have some wilderness and some wildflowers. So that's fantastic. Thank you very much, Arthur. So now I'm gonna let you go for now because I have some brambles to deal with. Whew. It's very hot for this kind of work, which is something you don't say that often here in Ireland. Anyway, another wheelbarrow and a bit more destruction, but I think I'm done with the wall, at least on this side. The other side of the wall, it's a different matter. There's still small brambles growing here. You can see them. They are growing everywhere on this grass. However, and there as well. However, since it's on the grass, I think we're just going to get the streamer. We're going to stream this because we have to anyway. And then it will be much easier for me to find the roots and try to pull as many as them out. So I think this is it for today for brambles. I hope this is it for brambles for a while. Although I know I have to do the inside of the wall too. So now, small break and moving on to the next chore. I think my previous chore, as pleasant as it was, must be over. Funny enough, the Irish sun, when it's out there, really burns. So you really have to be careful in Ireland when you sit in the sun. Wear sunscreen because you will get burnt in no time. Probably it's also because our skin is so white living here, so we do get burnt easily. So next chore is to de-weed this over here because it is very dry at the moment, which is a fantastic moment to de-weed. And to do that, I'm going to use this tool over here. It's called a row, and it's a really, really good tool for de-weeding. I will show you right now how to do it. So I have done this part, the cabbages. I have collected all the greens and put them in the bucket and then put them in the compost. For tomorrow, I'm going to continue with the onions and this part over here, which is not planted yet. And I want to show you what Arthur did here. He did our improv, so we don't have to pay so much money on mesh. So you want to tell us what you did here, Arsh?
This is a special mesh to keep out pests like carrot fly. And there's 3 different types of carrots in here. So the idea is that it's a very fine mesh. It actually keeps out a bit of frost too, but the rain can still get through it, so we can wash them and hopefully they'll grow and won't get carrot fly. Whereas this is a clear plastic and you can't water through this, so it's a bit of a pain. It's really more for starting things off. So fingers crossed this works.
Fingers crossed we'll get carrots without carrot fly for a first. We never had them without carrot fly. We eat them anyway, but it would be nicer not to have to. So now we're tired and we're going to finish the day by giving a very good watering to everything. The weather has cooled down a little bit, so yeah, good watering to everything. And then I think we're going to burn some brambles. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like our videos, please do like and do subscribe. And as I always say, if you want, drop us a comment because they do mean a lot to us. So thank you very much. Bye bye.